What's up, everybody? It's Bodyhead Productions here, and we're finishing off Part 3, The End of Frank Fontaine. With police presence escalating and Ryan's constant pressure, Fontaine knew things were going to reach a violent head soon enough. With Frank's new plasmids dealership, he was creating the first generation of splicers. Creatures who were once people that took too many plasmids, permanently altering and splicing their DNA. The splicers would end up on Fontaine's side, while the police and security were still on Ryan's. And this really marked the beginning of the Civil War, two factions full-on fighting in the middle of Rapture, but the actual war had yet to be started. Fontaine thought he was standing his ground against Ryan and Sullivan, yet what he did not know was that they found a weak link. Peach Wilkins, one of the men who came to Rapture with Fontaine, was found, made a deal, and flipped on Frank, telling his location and giving up the smuggling ring. With this information, Police Chief Sullivan, Officer McDonough, and other officers went to find and arrest Frank Fontaine. And when I say arrest, I mean on solid grounds. Actually arrest him and bring him in, not kill him. Upon arriving, though, they realized no arrest would be made, but a gunfight would surely go down. In a hail of bullets and gun smoke, Fontaine shot at the cops and the cops shot back. And at the end of it, Fontaine was claimed dead at the scene. Him and all the supporters with him shot and killed right there. The following day, the newspaper read, "Ryan takes down smuggling operation. Fontaine and thugs killed in fiery shootout." Over the next few months, anyone else that worked with Fontaine was imprisoned. Ironically, in Fontaine's own store that was turned into a jail. Now that might seem like the end of the conflict right there, but more importantly, the events leading up to the shootout are very interesting. Frank Fontaine might have concocted his best scheme yet, an assassin, an ace in the hole if you will, that would help him finally take out Ryan and rule Rapture. A woman who was pregnant with Andrew Ryan's son was taken by Fontaine. What he planned to do with her, no one knew yet. Then the time came. The baby was born, Andrew Ryan's son. And Fontaine had Suchong change this child, brainwashing and artificially aging Ryan's son into a full-grown man within months, essentially turning Ryan's son into Fontaine's personal assassin. With things getting more serious in Rapture, Fontaine sent the experimented on child to the surface, knowing one day he would return and kill Andrew Ryan. Yet this all seemed to be for naught, as Frank was killed in the shootout just a couple weeks later. Then something happened. The real Civil War started. Rapture was torn in half by this, but now it would be torn to pieces. And the Rapture Civil War is so cool in itself, I'm making just a whole video in that. This is the end of Frank Fontaine's story. He's killed in the shootout, and the rest of his smuggling crew and supporters executed or imprisoned in Fontaine's own store. So guys, in the next one, we are definitely going to have the Rapture Civil War. I'm going to make a couple videos in between this and that though. I like to shake it up a little bit. So guys, I'll catch you in that one. You're the best for staying till the end as always.